Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Breakfast at Tiffany's. Today I'm doing something a little different and I have 50 unique baby names for 2022 that I wanted to share with you. The first one is Ansling, and this could be an alternative to Ansley, which in itself is a unique name. Then we have Bexley, and I just think this is adorable. And you could call her Bex. And it might be an alternative to like Becca, like if you really like the name Becca or Rebecca. Bexley. Then we have Cashlyn. Now I've heard of Cashley, but Cashlyn sounds more like sophisticated. And you could even spell it with a K and be creative with the spelling. Then we have Kalia. So it's like Talia, only it's with a C. So Kalia. And it's kind of like one of those names too that you could spell with a K. Or you could be creative with the spelling. Next we have Devarane or Devarane. Or you could just do Deveron. I think Deveron is really pretty. And this is a unique name that I've never heard of before. Then we have Dreamly. And we all know there's a little Kardashian named Dream. And Dreamly just makes it like more your own, so everybody doesn't think you're naming your kid after Dream Kardashian. Then we have Evie. And Evie's super cute. It could be an alternative to Ava or Eva or Eve. So Evie is just, I think it's adorable. Or Avie would be cute. Florally. And I had a grandmother named Florence. So Florally would be cute if you are trying to think of a name to name your kid after a Florence. Fenty. It's kind of like Fendi, only with a T. And I like the spelling with the Y-E. It kind of makes it a little more unique. Then we have Gren. I think this is an adorable name because, you know, Grin is a smile and it's spelled different. And it's a little play on like Bren. Then we have Paisley. I know Paisley is a unique name too, but it's starting to get more popular. So I think Paisley would be good for a variation of Paisley. And we have Iceland. If you are somebody that loves the winter and you don't want to name your daughter Winter, which is also unique, you could name her Iceland. I think that's adorable. I call her Icy. Then there's Jesselie. Now this one kind of reminds me of a Duggar in a way. Like Jessa. They have a Jessa. And they had a Jubilee. So I think that's why it reminds me of them. But Jesselie is pretty. Kendron. Now I feel like this could be a boy's name or a girl's name. And it's an alternative to Kendra or Kendall. Then there's Kason. Now, we've all heard of Kaden. We've heard of Caitlin. But Kason is more unique because this is a unique baby name list. Then we have Lafayette. I think this one's really pretty. It kind of reminds me of a name for a southern baby. Lafayette. You know those names like Savannah, Georgia, Lafayette. And we have Love. I actually knew a girl whose middle name was Love, and I always loved her middle name. I thought it was so pretty. It's so simple, but it's also pretty. Like, just the sound of it. Lola. I know you might think it's Lula, but it's Lola. Kind of like in Lullaby. And I think it's really pretty. Some names are pretty, like, written. I think Lola is pretty written. Maven. So instead of like Raven, you could go with Maven. And it's a pretty unique name, and you could spell it different ways. Nar. Nar to me sounds like a supermodel's name. And like that's all she goes by is Nar. And you know, she don't need a last name because she's Nar. Onyx is a beautiful name and very unique. And we know that there's a stone called onyx. So it could end up being Onyx's favorite stone too. Then Perry. I think this is so cute. Like Perry is like an older man's name, Perry, but spelling it this way, it gives it a youthful, fun, unique vibe. Quinn. I've always thought the name Quinn was cute. And of course, Quinn originally was a last name like Anthony Quinn, the actor. But it can be a really cute first name. Rava. So instead of Raven, you could do Rava. And you can be creative with the spelling on this one too, because you could do Rayvah. Then we have Spain. You know, there's a lot of little girls named London. There's a lot of city names like Paris. So why not Spain? I think Spain is really pretty. And you could switch up the spelling. Tarn. I think like instead of Tara, you could do Tarn. It's like the unique version of Tara or Terry. Trenson. So Tristan has been popular. You know, it's still unique, but Tristan for a girl is starting to be more popular. So Trenson could be a unique version of Tristan. Var is kind of like giving me the same vibe as Nar, where it's like no middle name needed, no last name needed. She's Var. And then we have Ren, which is a little more common than some of these others, but I think it's still unique because you don't see a lot of Wrens. And I just think this is the best way to spell it, although you could spell it with a Y maybe. And the last one I have is Zayden, and it's spelled differently than the boy version, because I know there are boys named Zayden. But I think if you spell it different, it could be a girl's name, a unique girl baby name. So I hope you like seeing what I had for 50 unique baby names for 2022. And I'll be sure to let you know what my 50 baby boy unique names are as well.